There have been questions as to which Shaka or the branch of the Vedas one has to follow. These questions are addressed by practicing Hindus for a simple reason that Hinduism is so vast and the traditions are transmitted orally and it has no written documents to follow as in other institutionalized religions. There are 4 Vedas in Hinduism. Vedas come from the word with, to know. The text, which we call them as texts, even they are grasped from the ether from the seers who have realized the reality, and later they've been classified into 4 Vedas. They are Rig, Yajur, Sama, and Atharva Veda. And under Yajur Veda, we have 2 parts. One is Shukla Yajur and another is Krishna Yajur. These 4 Vedas, each one of them has 4 parts. One is Samhita, which consists of hymns, and the second is Brahmanas, how to perform the rites, and Aranyakas, the practice to be adopted by one when he reaches a stage before renouncing everything, and 4th Upanishad, the ultimate reality, and which teaches about ultimate reality and the path to total renunciation. The first 2 parts, Samhita and Brahmanas, form the Karma Kanda, that is the path of action. They tell you how you should behave yourself. The rules of life are set in these 2. The Aranyakas and Upanishads, they impart you with jnana or the knowledge. Each Veda is quite huge in number. And which are we supposed to follow? The reason is, Vedas have various kantas. So people who do the Tarpana on Kanda Rishi, they should know that we are performing this rite for those seers who have compiled those chapters. So they are called cantos. And the people who have done it are called the Kanta Rishis. Those who have made the cantos are Kanta Rishis. The term canto is from Kanta, from Sanskrit. Roughly you can take it as a chapter. To understand and what to follow this chapter, we must know that the Vedas as having been compiled by many rishis. Rigveda alone quotes around over 400 rishis. And this is directly, the transmission of oral tradition is on 2 levels. One is father to son, and the second is to a teacher to his disciple. As far as following a particular branch of Veda, one follows what his father has done. The second is the people who have been, there are certain procedures, there are certain sects where they follow what Guru has said. That is, they follow what the Guru has followed. Such being the case, how do we find out which branch of the Veda we have to follow? For example, whether it is Ruk, Yajur, Sama or Atharva, that's one. And the second, even in Rigveda, since so many have compiled, which Rishi we have to follow so that we can follow the particular Shaka. So that is branch. Shaka means root or branch. To understand that, what we have to do is that to find the Rishi to whom we belong to. This goes to the concept of Gotra, from whom have we originated. There are basically 7 rishis mentioned. They keep on changing through the time scale. They are Atri, Bhrigu, Kutsa, Vasishtha, Gautama, Kasyapa, Angirasa. Apart from these 7 rishis, there are other rishis as also. So, based on one's lineage, one has to follow the Veda sagas. Once you know the lineage of your family, you will be able to follow. Then after knowing that, then you will know which sutra. See, the branches one should follow is always expressed through an aphorism called sutras. For example, Kartayana Sutra is there, then you have Abhastamba. So the bottom line is, if you want to know which branch of the Veda you have to follow, you have to first identify your Gotra. Gotra is Gotra and also the Pravara, that is, who are the descendants of the particular Rishi or seer whom you have descended from. So the process is, in short, if you want to know the branch of Veda you have to follow and the Sutra, first find out to which Gotra you belong to, then find out the other Rishis associated with that particular Rishi, and you will be in a position to know which Veda or which branch of Veda you have to follow.